navigation bar like this one. This is the desktop view on hover. Look at how the links behave on hover. Then this is the mobile view on mobile device. This is how it is. All this with HTML and CSS. No JavaScript is required. So let's get started. So first of all, I created my document, and this is the link here. On here you see the link. I've linked my CSS document to my HTML document. So it is time now to start coding. I'll go here to put header. I'll put the header tag, now the navigation bar. So now the navigation with a class of navbar. Then inside the navbar, put in my contents. Put in my header with the content mastery villa. That will be my logo. Then I put the second content. So after my header, you can see a label for check, that is directing to a checkbox and with the class open. Then I put in my HTML symbols here. I'll start and hash 9776. That is my symbol. Then the next one, I'm up to the next one. After the label, I put in the checkbox. To put in my checks, I'll use the input type. And the ID check. Remember, before is the name of this ID now. So it is check. Then I close it. Then over to the next one. This one I'll be creating a div content with class of nav links, because this is where I'll be putting all my links. Then I close it. Then I start writing my link. So this is all my links I have written in this nav link. Then inside this same nav, this div container, I create another label still for targeting that checkbox, for check the ID name, and then a class name of close. This time around it's not going to be open, to be closed, because this is the label that I'll be closing. And I'll give it the code and hash 9587. So that's for the first div element. Now we move on to the second, but before then let us check of how so we move on to next, and let us check how our web looks like. So as you can see, this is how our website looks like. Okay, we move on to the next div content. After all you have done, we just inside the same header, but outside the navigation bar, the nav bar, we create another nav bar, and we give it a class of intro. That is abbreviation for introduction. Then give a header 1. You see right there, mastery villa, then and a paragraph. So this text we've written, and this is how it will appear like. So we go to and check it on our device, on our desktop. This is how it looks like on desktop. Then we go to CSS. The next part is to go to the CSS and start styling. But before we start styling, see how it looks like on the desktop and on the phone. No style here. So let's go to our CSS and start styling. So here now on our CSS document, we first do star to target everything. Margin 0, padding, every characteristics we want to be general, we put it here. So this is the characteristics: margin 0, padding 0, text decoration none, and transition 0.5 seconds. So the next thing we are going to do is to target the checkbox. So this is how it looks like. So we target the checkbox. We don't want this checkbox to show. This checkbox over here. Now before we target the checkbox, I want to show you Why when we see 4, I'm clicking on here now to click on this X here and this other symbol that is over there. You see it will be affecting the checkbox. As you can see, it affects the checkbox. So we remove this checkbox. We don't want it to show here now, so we go to the ID. So to do that, we just target ID. Remember, on anything ID it is hash check. We say display none. So it's over there. So the next part now, so that checkbox we just target. The next part is to target this navigation bar here, every content in this navigation bar. So to do that, remember it is a class, we give it a class, it's not an ID, class of navbar. So what we do, we go there and put a period. So inside the navbar, we give it display to be flex, justify content, space between, padding, the top and the bottom 20 pixel, left and right 40 pixel, the background color here, the color and the text aligned to center. So the next part, we check it. So this is how it looks like. Next part is to target the open and close, that is label that has the class of open and close. To do that then, so this is the styling we give to the open and close. This is how it looks like. You see the styles now have been increased. Then we hide it. Look at how it looks like on a desktop mode. I was using a mobile phone view, so now this is the desktop view now. To hide it, we just say display none. If we click it again, so now those things are no more there. The next one, now we move over to the links. So let's go. So to the navigation, we give it some properties. The padding of 10 pixel round, margin 0 top and bottom, and 5 pixel left and right, border radius of 10 pixel round, font size of 20 pixel, font width of 500, and color of white. At this point, this is how it looks like. Then we go on this Smart Previewer, we design it. This Smart Previewer over here, we have to design it. So to the history, you see at this Smart Previewer, that is our logo. We want to use our logo. We want to use it as our logo. This is the Smart Previewer here. As you can see, it is inside a container with a class name navbar. So to target it, we go over to see our CSS in navbar. That is the class name, and the H1. That is what we are targeting. So here now at the one, we give it a font size 20, font width 500, and font family of course. So this is how it appears like. So you can see, if I should make it desktop view so that you can see it very well. Let me zoom it. Look at how it looks like. So this is the desktop view now. The other one was the mobile view. So next is the nav link. To start the nav links on, if it is over, we give it a background color. So this is the background color we've given the on hover. And remember, we need to start adding transition because we've added transition already on our. And so this is how it does. This is the behavior. So now we are done with this part. We move to the second part, which is this. We move to the second part, which is this second Smart Previewer and the simple text. So first of all, we add a comment, then the introduction, and we style it. So this is how it looks like: text align center, background, the background color, the color, and the padding. So this is how it looks like. As you can see, this is how it looks like. So we target the header one. To target this header one, we know the name we gave it. This header one, this Smart Previewer there, the header one. We target it. We know the name we gave it. Let's go to the HTML. This thing to remember the name. It is, remember this thing. It is in the introduction. It's in the intro section here. So how do we target it? To target it, you say intro, then hit one, just as we did on the first header one. So here is the thing we've given to it. We go to the paragraph, we represent intro and P. Give it also a font size. So give it a font size and a font weight. We check it out, what it looks like. So this is how it looks like. We are done with the desktop view. Now over to the mobile view. First of all, we leave a comment. This is a media query and the maximum width. So look, it's how to declare a media query, to design a media query for mobile devices. So first thing we have to target is the navigation bar, the nav bar with the padding, and let us check how it looks like. So if you see here now, the padding has been adjusted a little. So we go over to the right up, the first right ups. We target the header one and we reduce font size. I will give it a font size of 25 pixel and a fit of font we check. You see now the font size have been reduced. Then we go over to these links here. The links here, we target it. This is not how it's supposed to look like on a mobile device. To do that, we just put the nav link. Then we start the nav links first. So as you can see, we have given it a position, a width, padding, top and background. So let's see, it is no more on the normal flow. It is now here. Look at it here now. So the next thing is to reduce these font sizes of these links. To target the font size, we put in this of the link. So we go font size. Now at this point, this is the font size. It has been adjusted. Then we target the open and close. Remember. And we make it to be displayed block, so it will show now on mobile devices. So if we go over here, you see that on mobile device, this is for the open, and for the close, this is for the close. And if you see, the font of these links have been reduced. Font of these links have been reduced. So we go over, we start positioning it. This symbol should come up here, should be here. So to do that, give on the we target the close, and the close position should be absolute 2% and left 5%. As you can see, it is now at the top, just as we wanted it. It is now here. So the next one, this and close should and hover effect. And that's all for the open and close. So the next one, change. We don't want our screen to be adjusted so that the user will not be adjusting the screen. To do that, we change these elements, all the elements here from position absolute to position fixed. So we go over to the row position absolute fixed. You go over to check it, you see that the screen is no more moving, it's no more adjustable again. So we continue now. We target this check once we click. You see now, if you observe this, you see once I click on it, it is being clicked, but nothing is happening here. So when I click on it, that menu should come over to the screen. So what do? So I'll go there and say check. Remember the ID is #check. Then I put this symbol is not dash. Look at it very closely. It's not dash, it's not that dash. Then my nav link. I want to target the nav links. And I say right should 0. So let me check it out and see if it's working now. You see? It is now working. So now the second part is this. So the intro has a padding. We first reduce the padding now to 2 pixels, and every other. And the intro header we reduce this. So for the intro header, we reduce this to 2 pixels. On the intro part, the intro paragraph, we reduce also the font size, so we check out how it looks like. So this is how it looks like on a mobile device. On hover, see the links. On a desktop device, this is how it looks like. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe and like. Thank you.